Hey everybody, it's Austin Ward again here at Lettermen Row. Our fantasy series, as we wait for training camp at Ohio State to get started, rolls along, mixing in some of that knowledge from a guy who's been there, played wide receiver in the NFL, Evan Spencer, and George Kaufman from Byers Automotive, fortunately coming in here to help us out and sponsor this segment so we can bring it to you all just ahead of your drafts here in August. So, Evan, I know that you know what it takes that next level, and as you compare and contrast what it takes to run routes with scoring fantasy points, who are your top 5 here?
I got to go with my favorite receiver in the league to watch, and I'm excited to see him recover. I mean, I think Odell's got to be the first receiver off anybody's board. His ability to be technical at the line, but be diligent with running routes and apply speed where speed needs, and be able to be dynamic with the ball in his hands after he gets it. I don't think there's anybody in the league that can match some of the things that he can do. On down to Deandre Hopkins. I mean, his ball skills. That's Deandre Hopkins is my second guy off the board. His ball skills. Now, granted, he's going to have to really rely on Will Fuller being in and playing so they can get that diversity. But with both of those guys playing well, it's so hard to defend them. And then you get a receiver that's arguably got the best ball skills in the league. It's a real advantage. Followed up by then Antonio Brown. Whether there's chemistry questions there or not, he's going to be productive, and he's always going to be in the game plan. At the end of the day, a lot of receiver play and production is all based on the offensive coordinator giving you a chance, and in that offense, there's never going to be a doubt about that.
Evan, I feel like you've gone far enough already that Mike Thomas is going to retweet this segment.
well, no, that's my fourth. Mike is my fourth receiver. Given all those things, I know Mike is very technical, but also watches a lot of film, and I'd be a fool to think that he doesn't study those guys diligently, to craft his game off of that. But Mike's my fourth guy off the list. I'm so proud of him, so excited to see some of the things that he can do. But when you have a future Hall of Fame quarterback in Drew Brees, and now you're the guy in an offense that features a big time receiver, and you've shown time and time again that you're that man. My last guy was Tyreek Hill.
All right.
And playing off of the Patrick Mahomes idea, I think that offense is going to bring a new dynamic, and being able to get somebody the ball that just constantly produces. You get him the ball, and no matter if he's running or catching, in fantasy standards, he's just going to be off the charts. So I'm excited to see those 5 guys play.
George, you've got that block O on your shirt there. When you have just somebody you watched like Mike Thomas in your backyard and you're drafting your fantasy team, are you able to resist that maybe pull of your heart, or how do you manage that with your roster?
Mike Thomas is definitely one of the top guys for me. I mean, he's young, he's healthy, he's just a stud. I mean, and he's going to continue to get better. Like everyone was saying with Drew Brees, I mean, guy's a stud. I love Odell Beckham, but he's got too many issues with kickers' nets, and if he can keep his head in the game.
But you got to think too. Think about how balanced offenses get after they bring in a running back like they did.
Absolutely,
being able to run downhill and then put people in the box. So now Odell's got one-on-one matchups that he normally didn't have.
And he usually wins those one-on-ones for sure. I agree.
I think all this insight was great, but I still know that Can't Guard Mike is going to be shushing us on social media. So.
Hey, I said he was my number one, so don't be mad at me, Mike.
Maybe George and I are okay, but Evan's going to he won't be on social. He's just going to be getting a text later on.
I got no problem going with the homer pick.
I'll get a little slack from it, but it's all right.
But that'll help. Maybe that'll get Mike Thomas down here to Lettermen HQ, where we got Evan Spencer today, breaking down those wide receivers, George Kaufman, talking a little bit of fantasy for him and Byers Automotive. And then just me, Austin Ward, covering Ohio State and playing fantasy with no actual NFL experience of my own. So we're going to keep breaking that down all year round right here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.